Now welcome to another edition of News from Naboo with Thor's Lightning Takes. And let's get right to the news.
The strike is over.
Yay.
About time. 118 grueling days on strike.
We're of course talking about the actor strike, in case somebody out there didn't know.
I think officially today is the day they finalize and sign the paperwork, but the strike is over. They're done with that. Yesterday, 12:01 a.m. they're finished. I mean, you had Ouroboros from Loki already tweeting how honored he is and how excited he is to be on the show.
Last minute, yeah.
He's like, look, there it is. I can finally talk about it.
It's gotta suck for a lot of actors whose show has been going and you just want to talk about it and you can't at all.
You can't.
Yeah.
I mean, the union said that the pact is valued at over $1 billion. It includes pay increases higher than what the other unions received this year, a streaming participation bonus, and regulations on AI. This tentative deal also includes higher caps on health and pension funds, compensation bumps for background performers, and critical contract provisions protecting diverse communities. And it'll go in effect immediately once it's signed off on today. I mean, things that were shut down, Deadpool 3, Venom 2, Beetlejuice 2.
Venom 3.
Yeah, they're all slated to go right back in. It was so shut down,
they went back and shut down the previous one.
Yeah. It is estimated by the Millikan Institute that the strikes cost just the California economy alone at least $6 billion.
It's insane.
It's a huge industry, and to lose all of that,
California, yeah,
all those jobs,
it's not just
money,
the
man.
Actors. We've talked about it before. It's on down the line.
It's everything that comes along with it.
Yeah. From cameraman to the studio cleaner after the fact, yeah. The janitor, essentially.
One thing I know that you and I joked about the other night, because I came up with my half-asleep random query. I was like, so, the writer's strike ended early. Tony Gilroy hadn't been allowed to be on the set of Andor, and it was a shame because we're like, well, he can't do any rewrites or anything like that. But then now he's had time between his strike being over and the actor's strike ending to go, well,
we can rebuild.
We can fix some of these things that maybe he wasn't happy with.
Yeah, he certainly could have gone back and. Well, I've talked before, just because a writer's strike is going on and you're not supposed to write, that doesn't mean you haven't sat down and done some writing.
Well, nothing's stopping those other production crews from finalizing the things from Andor they already shot. Remember, they were weeks away from being finished.
Yeah, they were close. So
there's nothing saying Disney didn't have all of the sound editors, and they were all still working.
Yeah.
But now Tony Gilroy could watch some of these more finalized pieces and go, well, I want to fix this here, or maybe this dialogue isn't quite right.
He had an extra time period to sit down and think, is that, do I want to change anything or not?
Now with his actors coming back, he can kind of go, okay, we're doing a couple of reshoots.
It's a crazy thing to think about, where you never thought about the fact that you would even have a chance to really mull over some of these scenes as long as you did.
Right, isn't that what happened with Daredevil? Remember they said the higher-ups during the strike were watching it?
About the new one, yeah. I had already erased that from my brain.
They were watching it and they said, well, this isn't great.
This is bad.
And they wanted to scrap it.
Law drama. What are you doing?
Yeah, instead of the action drama we were all hoping for, the Netflix-esque Daredevil, we were getting Law and Order, plus maybe Daredevil sometime. They said he didn't even show up in costume till episode 4.
Why would you want to see Daredevil in costume?
So, yeah.
I want to see a courtroom drama.
Courtroom drama. Hey, we are going to see Daredevil in Echo.
Yeah, he's in the trailer. Him in the trailer briefly.
It was the blink and you'll miss it kind of.
Yeah, but he's there.
He's there. We saw it. Didn't blink.
He's more in costume in that trailer than he was in the first 4 episodes of Daredevil.
Oh, so sad.
But we've also talked about how announcements will probably flow, right?
Right. Things can start finalizing dates. Yeah. We know that Dune Part 2 wasn't pushed back because they were having any sort of production issues. It was literally pushed back because he wanted the actors to be able to talk about it.
Sure.
That is why they pushed it.
Well, that's what we've discussed about Skeleton Crew, right? You have a show that, Jude Law is basically your front and center guy. And if he ain't out there pushing the thing, it's probably going to sink.
I feel like this is the point now where they're going to actually start telling us when things are going to happen.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Now that, as soon as the paperwork is signed and the ink isn't even dry yet, they'll be like, okay, we have a release date for these things because now our actors can go out there and say, this is coming, I'm hyped, this is my project. You got to keep them on
the hook, yeah.
Exactly.
Which is why I think
what we needed.
Skeleton Crew or Bad Batch 3, something's going to be announced soon.
One of those
as
two.
In, coming out probably early next
year. My prediction was that if the strike ended soon, and it did, that we're still going to get Skeleton Crew next. But I thought if the strike continued and ran longer, then it was going to be Bad Batch by default. because Bad Batch we knew was done.
Yeah, plus Bad Batch was, not as affected because that's, the actors. Yes, voice actors are actors too, of course.
Well, like I said,
but the animations were not affected by any of that. So.
Well, like I said, their voice actors were done. A month, 2 months before the actor strike, they already had sent all the voice actors home. They're like, we're finished.
Get out of here, D. Bradley.
D. Bradley, get out of here.
Take you and your 30 characters and go home.
Maybe you'll go and work on that other thing we were going to talk about today.
Yeah, that was my segue. You like that? I don't even know if he's voicing Momo Rapa in this like he did in the original.
Yes, we're moving into a trailer talk on Netflix.
Dropped
Avatar: The Last
the
Airbender.
long-awaited, yeah.
Dropped the trailer on my birthday. Just for me.
It might have been for others too, but yeah, they got to make up for the UFC going to war with you. They're trying to do you a favor.
Thank you,
Netflix is trying to get on your good
you.
side. They saw you go to war with the UFC, and
they knew better. I think, just like with One Piece, I think they're going to do it right. They're going to embrace some of the a little over the top elements, but they're still going to make it look. It looked good. Yes, we didn't see any water bending. Waterbending is the one I think that you have the most chance to make it look too goofy and too CGI.
Look, I'm fine if it doesn't completely 100% look amazing in every department as long as you get the story right. That's the key, right?
Yeah.
The characters, that's what made Avatar so amazing. I saw it a few years ago. I never saw it when I was originally
you haven't
on.
seen it.
So I watched and I was just blown away. Anybody who is aspirations of writing should watch that show to learn how to do character arcs because they nail every single one of them.
Yeah, we saw in that very brief trailer so many of the characters from
and they look good.
Season 1.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I think it looks incredible. I'm just saying, it can look great. You can, as they say, you can polish a turd, right? But let's hopefully what's underneath that polish is still good.
Got to see Carson Teva, a.k.a.
That's
Uncle Iroh.
He's my favorite character in the Mandoverse, and he's my favorite character in the Avatarverse.
He was so good.
I don't know why I love
him and
Carson
Zuko's
Teva so
relationship and how things
Oh
evolve
my
with them
God.
over time was so strong in the show.
That's what I'm telling you. If you want to learn how to do character arcs, you watch that show.
Watching Sokka evolve.
All of them.
And
every single
grow up
character
and
in that show is handled flawlessly.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It floored me because I'd always heard people it's really good. You should watch it. I'm like,
it's a Nickelodeon cartoon.
Really, yeah. How good could it really be?
Under the Nickelodeon banner and everything.
Yeah.
I mean, we saw in that brief trailer so many though. We even got to see Suki from Kyoshi Island.
Yeah.
It's we're going to acknowledge the Kyoshi arc exists. I like it.
Did they not acknowledge? I haven't seen the movie.
In that horrible thing that they called the Avatar.
Yeah.
No, they.
Everybody tells me don't watch it.
I've seen it because I was hyped when it came out because, of course, I loved this show. I watched it originally when it was on Nickelodeon, and I was like, yes, Avatar movie. And it was like, what did you do?
M. Night Shyamalan.
What did you do? Well, he tried to squeeze literally an entire season into an hour and a half, 2 hour movie.
It'll be fine.
No.
It's not like you need any kind of development with with all these characters. No. It's not like that was the highlight I was just talking about.
But I really do want D. Bradley Baker in there. And I'm going to be sad that the Fire Lord Ozai, that his voice is not Mark Hamill.
It's not Luke Skywalker. It's not the Fire Lord, as it should be.
As it should be. No, it just looked so good. Even Appa and Momo looked good.
I'm even more glad I watched One Piece and was just amazed by that show because it gives me hope. Because all I had heard with the Cowboy Bebop, which I haven't seen and I don't know the anime, but everybody told me oh my god, did they get that so wrong?
The anime, good. Then not anime,
not anime.
Not
you don't even want to
good.
call it live action. It doesn't even deserve the title of live action. It's just not anime.
It was dead on arrival.
So yeah, I'm glad I watched One Piece. I think that was a fantastic show. I recommend it to anybody. Mm-hmm. That's another show that nails characters. So if you can do that again with this show, I'm all in.
This is part of the Netflix renaissance where they have finally figured out how to really capitalize on their originals.
Well, they're not originals, but yeah, I know
they're originals.
Well, it's still not there. I know what you're trying to say, but they're not originals.
No, but
they are taken from elsewhere.
Originals.
Stop it.
They're a live action.
They're originals of someone else's originals. Yes.
Yes, the things that you can find there and nowhere else.
Yes.
No, but even the music. I heard the music. I was like, that's the themes. That's the actual music from the show. When I looked on IMDb, I was excited because I saw Cabbage Guy. You know.
Is that what they listed him as?
Yeah, it's Cabbage Guy.
All right.
We got a nice shot of Ba Sing Se.
I feel like watching the animation again.
Well, I think you only have to watch season 1 to, because this isn't going to go. Right. This first season's not going to go any further than season 1. It's not going to just
jam it all. It's going to make the same mistake the movie did with all 3 seasons.
Right. I can't wait to see how they really incorporate the fact that each of the different bending styles is based on a different class, a different form of martial arts. I really want them to lean into that.
No, don't. You just cram it all. You just cram it and get it out there.
It all looks the same.
You make your dollar and that's it.
No, but this gave me a lot of hope. I'm really excited. Can't wait till February 22nd. Not sure yet if they're going to do an episodic release or drop it all or do the split season where they drop most of it but not all of it. Either way, I'm there. I'm excited. I really hope they don't drop it all in one day because I want to be able to savor it.
Yeah, I prefer the week by week because then you just... I mean, not that I'd imagine there's going to be like spoilers out there that are going to quote-unquote ruin it for you.
Because I've seen the animated one, so if there's spoilers, there's a problem.
But no, I still can't... not that... Yeah, you can do what you want. You want to sit there and watch a show all day. I've done it before too. But I mean, it is kind of frustrating when you're like, I want to watch I want to enjoy it. I want to watch an episode here and there. And you got that person like, I watched it all when 2 a.m. when it dropped and here's everything on Twitter.
Right. I want to be able to take my time and really enjoy and be able to get into the show. And for someone like me, I prefer it as an episodic weekly release.
A weekly thing,
To each their own, though. If you prefer it the other way.
Yeah, that's what I said. Hey, you do you.
Right.
I just know I prefer me.
Yes. I prefer to have my little slow and steady wins the race approach. Give me one
tortoise and the hare.
It gives me something to look forward to for weeks too.
Yeah, exactly. I like having that to look forward to.
And I'm like, guess what day it is? Get to watch the new episode of X show.
Yes.
Whatever show we happen to be watching.
X show.
Yes.
Makes it sound like we watch
was it the last episodic release we watched on Netflix? My Happy Marriage.
Oh yeah, that was. It was
but it was good.
You're like, let's watch this together. And like, what is it called? Like, My Happy Marriage. And I'm like, okay. And then it turned out to be totally like, fantasy and
there were definitely
ghosty things. And I'm like, what the hell? How was My Happy Marriage? Like anime, it doesn't care what. Like that one you watched with the kids, and I wasn't even watching it. You had it on, and I think I was reading or something.
Promise Neverland?
The Promise Neverland. And it was like, you're watching this like fun, like about orphanage kids, and like, whatever. I just wasn't going to watch it. And all of a sudden, like, the aliens show up and they want to eat the kids or something. Like, what the?
You're like, what is going on? Where did murder come from in this happy orphanage show you were watching? I'm like, don't even think about it.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Yeah,
so My Happy Marriage. They don't even get married. Is the funny? Oh, spoilers if you were going to watch it. But they don't even get married in season 1.
There's not a marriage in season 1.
There's a lot of sci-fi fantasy elements in there. That's for sure.
I love making you watch animes because
you don't have to make me. I enjoy anime, but yes, you do usually poke me in the right direction of what I should watch. With anime,
I don't know if you know this. There's a 3-episode rule.
I don't know
this rule has like always existed. You have to give an anime that you're watching. You have to pretty much give it 3 episodes to decide if you're going to watch it or not.
Okay.
Because a lot of animes take 3 episodes for you to understand where this is going and if you're going to like it.
No, a lot of anime is just episode 1, like exposition. Like, this is exactly how our world works.
This is our world.
I'm going to look at the camera and I will tell you exactly how it'll work because we don't care in Japan about exposition.
By episode 3, either you're on board, guns blazing, fully into it, or you're like, nah, this isn't for me.
Yeah.
There's a 3-episode rule in anime. You really got to give it 3 episodes to know if you're going to want to watch it. Some of them are so good that, like, episode 1 you're fully in. Goblin Slayer.
Oh, God. I don't know if I was fully in after that
Rise
first
of the
episode.
Shield Hero?
That first episode of Goblin Slayer is traumatic.
Didn't Rise of the Shield Hero took 3 episodes? Before you were fully in.
I don't remember if that took 3 episodes. I remember the first episode of Goblin Slayer. It's just like, what am I watching?
And I'm just like, yes,
I'm having flashbacks to when I was a kid and got shown
I was like,
at a tender age some tentacle anime.
And I'm sitting here going, hey, it's like a D&D based show. You want to watch this? It is.
I like that they call each other like warrior and like paladin. Like
and the opening song talks about rolling the dice.
Yes, it is very based on D&D. I very much enjoyed it.
Questing and parties and
yes.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward. Isn't season 2 like soon? Very soon.
Soon, or it's out already and I haven't been paying attention. One of the two.
Well, it better not be out already.
It might already be out already, but you like to wait for the simulcast for the dubbing.
Yeah, I don't want to.
You want to wait for you wait for the dubbing.
I love to read, but not when I'm watching something.
Whereas I don't care.
I don't care. If I could pick one language to learn, it would be Japanese, just so I could watch animes in their natural habitat.
Oh, you're done.
We're done. We're just rambling about anime now. So that is going to be
anime from Avatar.
All we got for you this time. Now it's your turn. Take to the comments below. Tell us what you thought of that Avatar trailer. Are you excited? Have you maybe never seen it before? And if you haven't, you should check it out.
Avatar, anime, oh my.
Yeah, the triple A's. Leave those comments below. Let's talk some triple A's And until next time, thanks for watching.